Thanks for stopping by! Happy Valentine's Day! Whether you are spending it with a loved one or alone, we can all come together to talk about disturbing manga. Today I will be reviewing Hideout by Masasumi Kakizaki. I hope I said that correctly. Let me read you the synopsis from my anime list. Quote, a year after the death of their son, Seiichi Kirishima and his wife Miki decide to go on an island vacation to forget their past. For Seiichi, however, this is just the pretext. He plans to kill Miki and start life anew. When he tries to lure her to an isolated location, however, she gets away to an ominous cave. After following and getting rid of Miki, Seiichi thinks everything is over, until he encounters a merciless, gruesome creature. Forced to escape deeper underground, Seiichi soon realizes that there is no return to a normal life, experiencing horrifying sights as his impending demise approaches. Unquote. I'm excited to talk about it. It's different from the manga I usually cover. I first heard of this story when YouTuber SpookyRice made his video on it. The video will be linked down below. How disturbing is Hideout? Let's find out. The manga opens with a few colored pages. There is a book on the ground written by our main character, Seiichi Kirishima, who tells his tragic story. A man is tied to a chair in a dark room. He begs someone not to kill him. Someone is watching him through a crack in the door. First, we gotta go back and see how he ended up in this situation. A young Japanese couple named Seiichi and Miki are vacationing on the beach. Seiichi envies a father playing with his sons. He tells his wife that after what happened last year, this vacation is a way for them to start over. He said he heard from locals that there is a waterfall nearby. If you find it, then it will bring you happiness. So of course they gotta go looking for it. In the rain. At night. During the drive, they get into an argument. Miki doesn't believe the waterfall will bring them happiness. She blames him for the death of their son. Seiichi stops the car, saying it's out of gas, even though it's not. He said he saw a house a few miles back, and they should go on foot. He brings his wrench. They walk for a bit. Miki asks how much farther it is. Seiichi turns to her, wrench in hand, and says she killed their son. He brought her on this vacation to kill her and start his life over. He strikes her, but she manages to get away. He follows her into a cave. Miki begs him to talk about it. He strikes her on the head and she falls over. He did it. He turns around to leave, but senses someone is watching him. It's a boy with bug eyes, short dark hair, and a wrinkly face. He looks like a little old man. The boy calls Miki mommy before walking away deeper into the cave. The boy reminds Seiichi of his son. We flash back to a hospital. Seiichi awaits the birth of their son Jun. One of the few moments the husband and wife were happy. Oh, Jun is so cute. I wonder if the mangaka used a photo of his child as a reference. Seiichi tries to find an exit, but he gets lost. Suddenly, he's attacked from behind by a caveman. What in the Junji Ito is that? An old man with a beard and a weapon. He looks old, but he's strong. At first, Seiichi thinks he imagined it. He discovers a trap door that opens to an underground room. Meanwhile, the boy drags Miki's body away. The caveman charges towards Seiichi. He climbs down the ladder but trips and falls. In another flashback, we see Seiichi is struggling to get his novel published. Miki and Jun return from shopping. He's surprised to see she bought stuff for herself and not their son. It looks like she bought some Chanel and Gucci. Back in the present, Seiichi wakes up and realizes he's in a hallway. In each room, there are human remains. He finds a woman with a chain around her neck. She says he killed 8 others, and he will be the 9th. He begs the woman to tell him everything she knows, and in return, he will help her get out of here. The caveman sneaks up from behind and knocks him out. Seiichi wakes up as he is being dragged away. Through a crack in the door, he sees a man tied to a chair. He has no arms or legs. The man begs to be killed. In another flashback, Seiichi takes his manuscript to a publisher who rejects it. He calls his wife and is unable to tell her the bad news, so he lies to her. Mickey says they should celebrate. In the present, he is tied to a chair. He hears the man in the next room begging to die. Seiichi wonders why he's being kept alive, then comes to the shocking realization that the caveman wants to eat him. He begins to scream. He doesn't want to die in a place like this. We once again flash back to him begging a publisher to hire him. His works keep getting rejected and he's running out of money. He gets on his knees begging the man to give him anything. The publisher tells him to stop, he's embarrassing himself. They're a small business and have nothing to offer him. Back to Seiichi in the chair, someone enters his room. It's Miki. She wasn't dead, just unconscious. She's holding his wrench. The caveman has a soft spot for women and took care of her injuries. Maybe he wants to start a harem. Miki asks how he feels now that the roles are reversed. He begs her for help, but she smacks him with the wrench. Miki says he blames everyone else but himself. She plans to leave him here and escape. She plans to tell everyone he died in an accident to collect his life insurance. And she'll play the part of the grieving widow. She will be the one to start a new life. We flash back to how their son died. Seiichi was working from home. He was listening to music as he writes his manuscript. A friend invites Miki to go shopping. She told her husband she was going out and to take care of the laundry, but he didn't hear her because he had his headphones in. Jun wanted to be a good son, so he goes out on the balcony to take down the laundry. He used a stepladder to reach the clothes. When Seiichi finished his manuscript, he thanked his boss for the opportunity. That's when he noticed the sliding glass door to the balcony was open. He walked over and made the horrifying discovery that Jun fell to his death. All Seiichi wanted was a family, and he would do anything to have Miki and Jun again. The cave boy walks in, who says he smells like mommy. He pieces together that the cave boy and the chained woman are mother and son. He promises to take him to his mom if he gets him out. He unties Seiichi. He finds some spare clothes and shoes that belong to the caveman's previous victims. Seiichi asks the boy why the man won't let him see his mother. The boy says it's because his mom runs away a lot, and the outside is dangerous. He realizes the chained woman must know a way out then. Then that must mean the boy was born in that cave, since he doesn't know about the outside world. We flash back to Jun's funeral. The attendees whisper that Seiichi was supposed to be watching him. Oh, they're definitely judging him. His father-in-law blames him for Jun's death. Seiichi grew up without a family, so he doesn't know how to make others happy. Ouch. Seiichi gets on his knees. He says it's not his fault, he thought Miki was watching him, but Miki says it is his fault. Somewhere in the dungeon, the caveman wants to make babies with Miki. Seiichi stabs the caveman with a machete. Miki runs away as the two men wrestle. Seiichi searches for his wife after knocking out the caveman. The boy tugs on his shirt, asking for his mom. He reminds him of Jun. We flash back to a grieving Seiichi. He's so depressed he can't work, so they hire someone else to do the manuscript. He just lost his son, and now he lost his job, a job he begged to have. He proposes to Miki that they have another child. He wants them to start over again. They can be that happy family again. Miki coldly tells him she never wanted children with him, and that Jun was an accident. Ouch. In the present, Miki is almost out of the cave. She sees daylight. She laughs and smiles as she crawls to freedom. She's almost free, then she gets stabbed by the caveman, right through the eye. Seiichi leads the boy to where his mother is being held, when he's jumped by the caveman. Can the caveman teleport? I swear he's pretty good at sneaking up on people, even though I imagine it would be noisy in that cave. Even the smallest movements would give you away. Seiichi isn't afraid anymore. He's like, bring it on! In a final flashback, Seiichi meets with his father-in-law to say he wants a divorce. He's got guts to say that to his father-in-law, since the relationship is not that great. The father-in-law asks his wife to call a lawyer. He wonders how much Seiichi will pay in court, since it looks bad for him. He caused his son's death, and now he's leaving his grieving wife. Not a good look. He returns later to his in-laws to say he's going on a trip with Miki, then pulls out a knife. Later, he calls Miki to make sure she's packed for the trip. The trip is for them to start anew. On the next page, we see the in-laws' dead bodies. so he already snapped before they went on the trip. I kind of thought being trapped in the cave is what made him lose it. Seiichi and the caveman struggle to kill each other. It's kind of hard to tell what's happening. I get the panels are supposed to be dark because they're in a cave, but still it's hard to follow what's happening. He stabs the caveman in the mouth, then finishes him by throwing a grenade. He joins the mother and child. He assures them he's dead. The woman is relieved as they can finally go outside. He asks, "Why would you go outside?" Seiichi has a wife and child again. According to him, as long as you have your family, nothing else matters. The woman begins to cry. She compares him to that monster, which angers him. We jump to the future. It's 2010. A couple is on vacation. Their car battery dies, so they go walking. The husband tells the wife that tourists have been going missing in the area. They come across Seiichi's old car. They find his notebook. They discover the cave, and of course they have to go in and explore, where an old Seiichi is waiting for them. The last page of his notebook reads, "I'm Seiichi Kirishima, and you're my family." That was Hideout. Let's get to my thoughts on the manga. Let's read some comments from Goodreads. I like to include different opinions. Some who liked it, hated it, and everything in between. And lackluster and underdeveloped manga with cliched plot elements and an uninspiring conclusion that uses standard horror tropes. The art irritated me as well, because I couldn't comprehend it half the time. I was expecting it to be on point and perfectly spooky because I knew it would be brief. But it was neither of those. Overall, potential was wasted. Beautiful art, very scary. The plot was thin and bad, but the concept and the art made it worth checking out. Stellar artwork, nothing else. I read at midnight. It gave me chills. What an awesome story and arts! And the mangaka is a fan of Stephen King, so you can expect the same level of creepiness and uncomfortable feeling. This is really good. I was bored and sleepy when I came across this manga. I love horror mangas, stories, and everything, so I gave this a try, and it's totally worth it! The drawing is great as well as the story. I love the concept of the manga. And the ending! It's so great! It's worth the time to read, especially to horror stories lovers. Kindly give this manga a try, and you will surely love it. Smiley face. For the most part, this manga was just alright. I kind of wish the story was longer than it was. Also, I may be the odd one out, but I wasn't a huge fan of the art. The flashbacks looked fine, and I had no complaints about those parts of the story. However, everything in the cave was so muddy and dark. I found it difficult to figure out what was going on half the time. Surprisingly, a well-drawn horror with a good point. This manga is a tragedy, and it didn't get better in the end. The ones I feel sorry for are Jun, Cave Boy, and Cave Lady. Cave Lady thought her nightmare was over, only for her to realize Seiichi was the new caveman, and the poor Cave Boy has probably never been outside, so he has no clue on what he's missing out on. At the start, I felt bad for Seiichi. He was in a loveless marriage and dealing with the guilt of his son's death. I know he didn't mean for that to happen. Miki should have made sure Seiichi was listening when she said she was going shopping so he could watch Jun. Then again, Miki did say Jun was an accident, so maybe this was all part of her master plan. She wanted Jun to die. Seiichi just wanted a family so badly he was willing to hold that woman and boy in that cave forever. He didn't have one growing up. Either they abandoned him or died when he was young. It wasn't just about finding a family or starting over, but about control. He couldn't find a job, his wife didn't love him, his father-in-law despised him, and he couldn't save his son. In the cave, he was in charge. He had everything. He had the power. He became the caveman. His longing for a family drove him to the unthinkable. It's scary to think what some people will do when they lose everything and are pushed too far. Well, now I'm depressed again over fictional characters. If you like this video, then consider liking, subscribing, or sharing. What are your thoughts on Hideout? Which manga should I review next? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for stopping by.